Welcome, everybody, to another exciting episode of On the Couch. Still don't have an intro, but we're going to keep rolling. Guys, we talk about mortgages. We talk about financial literacy. We talk about mindset, conditioning, what it takes to be a mortgage agent, especially in this market. And we talk about fun stuff. Sometimes we have guests. Sometimes it's just Danny and I. Today, it's just going to be me and Danny talking about mortgages. I'm one of your hosts, Johnny Supa, and we're here with
Danny Cardozo.
And you ready?
And I feel like we need a guest
on this couch right now?
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I could sit if you want, but so listen.
I mean,
we're
you're already
right
part
now.
of the show. I mean,
Yeah.
you need a guest, someone different.
They're coming.
We've been slacking.
Yeah.
We blame it on us, or we blame it on the guests that aren't showing up?
But slacking, or let's talk about how busy you were. When I came in here, Danny, you were just everywhere.
You know, we have been having a really good run to the start of this year. And one of our biggest models,
I'm glad you brought that up because I was going to bring that up. Right?
What, slow down, speed up? Yeah. Because one of the things when I first got in this business, you feel like you want to run full speed all the time, but you can't. You got to slow down if you want to speed up. So I think
I like when we hit these types of situations that last for a little while, where it's just like you can't keep up because you start implementing things to slow you down.
Yeah.
And you know me, I like to
you like to go.
Yeah.
So it's funny.
And find ways to slow down.
Yeah. So obviously me and Danny are partners in this business, but we also run two different businesses inside this. Like there's like 5 brands inside of our business. And I was telling Marissa, my wife, last night, I was like, it's crazy because I feel like we're so busy, but yet I'm doing fuck all. And she's like, what do you mean? I said, because we're so busy that we're putting these new pieces in place.
Yeah.
Right. Like we have, some new people that are starting with us, and we're trying to pawn things off our to do every day. And it's like, these things used to be in my calendar as to-dos, and now they're no longer there because we found somebody that we like and trust who have taken on these responsibilities, and we're still running full speed. I can't even get 4 seconds. Like the fact that we're going to sit here and record for 45 minutes or whatever it is the longest I've talked to Danny all week.
Danny, these kind of moments, you know that adrenaline you get after you're done a great workout? Do you go home feeling like you've just accomplished something that day?
I feel like I'm always behind, so no.
I
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
But are you always behind? Or
I'm always behind, man. Like there is no catching up for me right now.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely crazy. And I keep implementing stuff to help me.
Sometimes I blame me too, right? Because it's like, oh, I got a new idea, and I shift. Like, it's like I'm not pawning on Danny. It's like, Danny, I got this. This okay. Like we're doing, like, not that it's an idea. It's like, okay, like here's the bottleneck. It's fucking us up, and it's like Danny needs to figure it out. And we make jokes lately. Where it's like Danny figures it out before we figure it out. It's like as I'm talking, he's already figuring it out in his mind, and then by the time I'm talking about the problem, like, oh, this is the solution. He's like, no, I got it. It's like it's already mapped out. So we're never. But that's the thing about being an entrepreneur. You're never, ever, ever gonna feel par.
Yeah.
We're never gonna feel par because the goalpost always gets moved. Your target and goals are always something further, right, that you want to achieve. And as you keep growing,
we are going to stay on this topic right now instead of going on to that. We'll use the next one.
Let's go.
But we are currently talking to a possible home builder.
Yep.
And he's massive in the industry.
Yep.
Right. And as massive as he is, he has no reason to need to expand or try anything new than what he's already doing.
Yep.
And yet the reason why we're talking to him is because he has other ideas at 80 years old to try something new and keep going. It's crazy.
You're absolutely right.
And that's an
The entrepreneur mind.
Did you say 80 years old?
Yeah.
80 years
But
old.
these guys that are icons, right? Like to me, they're icons. When I look at our community and the people around us, when you look at these big players and who they are, some of them, like even when I was working for Mr. Joe Zankin, these guys are high producing individuals. This guy does not need to come to every dealership every day and show his face, but he did.
Yeah.
He would come in every single day and he knew your flipping name. Like that to me is where I want to be one day. I want to be 75 years old. I want to walk into my brokerages and I want people to be like, hey, Johnny, how you doing? Super. You know, like I just want to be that guy. Like these guys are that guy. So when we're talking to these guys, right, obviously things are starting to move and we're going in directions that that are planned, right? And whatever it might be. One thing I really enjoy is like you can see here, if you can see it in the camera, guys, there's a few books here. And I like to read a lot of books.
Camera can see it.
Actually, I shouldn't even say I like to read. I'm more of an audible guy. Like I'll play it and then
Yeah, but like I've been walking in the mornings and you're sitting in that exact spot
reading a book.
reading a book in the morning.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Which is unheard of because you prefer audio.
I do, but I'm trying to read 10 pages a day. It's something I'm trying to incorporate in my to-dos. So I'm trying to create a new habit. I know I can't do it at home because that just, as soon as I walk in the door.
I walked in the door yesterday. It was, I think, 3:30. No, it was maybe like 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
I walked in and I'm like, okay, I got to work. Like we were out for lunch. We're on a busy lunch meeting, whatever the case is. It occupied most of my afternoon. So I'm like, hey, I got things to do. I got to get going. I'm going to get home and I'm going to do this. My girls have soccer, so dinner's really early. And I'm not eating because I just finished lunch pretty much. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go. She's like, no, we're going to have dinner. You're going to sit here with us. I'm like, okay. No, it's fine. My phone must have rang about 20 times. She's like, nope, we're having dinner.
Wow.
And it's just like,
That's family time, basically.
Yeah. My wife did
Fair.
the same thing. She's like, I don't care if I put 2 potatoes in your plate, you're sitting at the table. I'm like, all right.
But let's get back to the books for a second. Is there a book you could recommend to people that you're currently reading?
There's a few that aren't here, but one that has been my favorite book forever. It's called Fish. It's been a book I probably read 7-8 times. It's about understanding how to check your emotions at the door and don't allow toxic shit to come into your world. And the transfer of feelings is a real thing. Everybody here, these guys work with me every single day. We all work together, right? Obviously. If I walk into the office frowning, the whole office will frown. If I walk into the office happy, dancing, everybody's happy and dancing. And that's the transfer of feelings. And this book, Fish, kind of really pushes that because this lady moved her family to Seattle and her husband passed away. She had to now take on new responsibilities being a single mom. And she was working on this floor called the toxic floor. And she ended up changing the mentality of this whole department by visiting the Seattle fish market every single day. So if you guys are familiar with the Seattle fish market, it's very famous. Like you'll go there and they'll be like 1 fish to Montana, and it's Everybody Loves Sally or something like that, or something Sleepless in Seattle. You'll find it in that movie where she'll throw the fish, or they'll throw the fish and they catch it in a newspaper. These people work in the worst environment. It's wet, smelly, slippery, cold, and they're the happiest people when they're working in this fish market. They're smiling because they choose their attitude. They choose to be positive, and that's a book that I would highly recommend. And then the one that I'm reading right now is this one right here. It's called The Book on Mental Toughness. Basically, it's about discipline and being disciplined on habitual routines, and that's what we hear and talk about and push, and that's something I really talk about.
Danny, you were saying that this is a really big job to builder that's presumably going to join your Nesta? Like,
no, I mean, like we're just...
It's conversations on stuff that we're having.
And the reason why I want to entertain this discussion more is how do you guys put your mindset into something this large and primarily, it's now B2B. It's no longer a homeowner.
So I want to talk on that. I think it's happening because of the positive mindset that we put into the universe. That's personal to me. And I think because I never understood this terminology before, and this will be probably the first time I ever bring it up on the podcast. being vertically integrated. I read it a lot of these books that I read, whether it's the 10X, whether it's anything from Gary Vaynerchuk, anything from from Andy Frisella, or listening to the podcast that I listen to, even Dan Martell. If you can build a business that is vertically integrated, and I was like, what does that mean? I never understood what that meant. So I've done research and learning on it, and I didn't even really realize it, that we are building Your Nesta Financial to be vertically integrated. So when people find out about our processes and our policies and our procedures, they understand that we solve the problems here. We don't outsource our problems. We solve our problems here. It's like if you're a packer and a shipper in a product, I'm making the powder, I'm putting the powder inside the basket in the container. I'm putting that container inside my own box, and I'm shipping that box to the consumer. That's being vertically integrated within the business. And that's what Danny and I think have done quite well thus far and continue to do, because when we get busy and we get bottlenecked, we find a way to solve the problem internally, not externally, if that makes sense. And that's where being vertically integrated, I guess, really means. So
Vertically integrated. I've never heard that before.
I read it in every flipping book. All these top CEOs and guys are talking about being vertically integrated. And it's if I can take the problem I have and solve it internally, you become vertically integrated. So that your business runs within its business and you're solving your own problems. I still haven't figured it out, but I'm starting to figure it out. And that's what vertically integrated means. Like, we knew we had a problem. Agents needed training. We created the training program. We knew that you had to buy multiple softwares to create a workflow. We went and built the software. We knew that we needed challenges and branding and market. We built that within. So everything we have is within our brokerage and our business, and what makes us vertically integrated.
Danny, how do you, and I watched what you were doing this morning, and you were going from, room to room to person. How did you switch? Where was that switch? You went from one discussion to another discussion to your own personal discussion. I know Johnny does this as well, but I was watching you this morning. So how did you do that, Mr. Entrepreneur?
I don't know.
Don't tell me I don't know. Because I'm like, how your brain, I could see it's just going.
I mentally put in the tasks that need to be completed, and I'm one after the other, just like.
Well, let's talk about that. What about if agents are watching you now and they're saying, well, how can Danny get this mental stability when I feel like I'm all over the place? The age-old question.
It's not. It's habit now.
I was going to talk about habits.
Well, let's talk about these habits.
It's habit.
Yeah, that's probably in the direction I was going to go into, right? I filled in the shoes of making sure that, tasks are being completed. That's the job at the moment. I mean,
the hat, you just put the hat on. It's like, hey, this is the hat I need to wear right now, and I'm going to go do this task. And then as soon as he's like, that's what I like. That's what I love about Danny, is like, he's not going to spend unnecessary time on one thing. That's why you see him move so quickly. Sometimes it's like he'll come in, he'll talk to the underwriter, bang, 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 and then he goes and he does what he needs to do. And it's like no fluff. I get very distracted very quickly.
Do you fluff it though? Like, do you try to go in and out of a problem?
No.
Or you hold on to it though, because you're emotionally attached to things.
Yeah, I'm a reactor. I react a lot. We all know that. I'm not fucking hiding it. I'll be like that I've even said it before. Like, oh, maybe I should change. Never. Not changing. Fuck it. That's me and my mom are the exact, like, I react. Where Danny's more of a, like, you want to push him. It's like, hello, are you fucking listening to what I'm saying? But he's listening.
So Danny has logical reactions where you have emotional reactions.
No, that's not confuse that. I'm very, very methodical with everything I do. I'm already thinking, even when I react, I know I'm going to react, but I already thought about what your response was going to be. I'm very smart. I mean, like, I know what I'm doing. It's just, I have conversations with myself before I even have a conversation with you or anybody. I've been doing that since I was a kid. I don't know why I do it. I think it's something my dad does too. My dad will have a conversation, then he'll have a conversation with you, and he's already had the conversation.
I remember one time me and Johnny were cruising downtown. I think we were doing the exhibition for Moose Central, And Johnny's like, when I was younger, and before I talked to a girl, I would have that conversation 20 times before I'd actually talk to that girl. He's like, do you do that? I'm like, oh man, if I see a girl, I'm just gonna go talk to her. This is so.
Oh
But
yeah.
do you do that, Johnny, because you put in every scenario in your head? Like, what about if I get rejected? How am I going to react? Or what about if she says yes? Then what's my next step? Do you do that?
That's what he means.
That's
yeah.
what I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I play chess in my head. And I know that if I say this and you say that, what's my reaction going to be? But what if I doesn't say that and he says this and he goes like, I'm building a flow chart in my head.
Sounds like anxiety to me, man.
Yeah, you have no idea. My wife says, like, she'll say to me sometimes when I'm sitting there, she's like, how many conversations are you having right now? I'm like, 7.
And now, Danny, do you do that though? Do you have conversations in your head?
Yeah, I mean, doesn't everybody?
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
think
as
so.
long as you don't answer your own questions, I think it's okay. Like,
But I said that to Danny. I'm like, don't you answer your questions sometimes? He's like, no. I'm like, but okay. I don't know. I don't feel like I'm the only one. I think there's a lot of people out there that do it. Like I used to get made fun of a lot when I was in the car industry because you're sitting at your own desk, right? And my old boss would be like, you look like a deer caught in headlights. And I'd be like, maybe my facial expression.
autopilot
Yeah.
in full effect.
Autopilot. I like that. Yeah.
I'd be sitting there like, but I'm literally having the conversation because I'm about to do a lead follow-up or I'm about to make an outbound call or I'm about to do a presentation because I know I have an appointment coming in. I'm just rehearsing in my head.
It's preparation, man.
Yeah.
We talk about that every time we do,
It's preparation before the presentation, preparation before the practice.
you got to practice your script.
Do you also try to teach this to your agents?
Oh,
Or is this something that is just personal?
No, we teach this. So everybody asks like where
Practice part.
Yeah, you got to practice. Practice before practice. Preparation creates separation, right? That's
Practice what? Like, that's what I'm saying. Practice what? What do they
Practice your separation.
Don't practice separation. That's not good.
practice your presentation. Practice your
presentation.
like
Your scripts.
yeah. Like the only thing I don't practice is this on the couch stuff. Like this is really truly off the cuff.
Yeah.
I don't practice this because I'm not thinking about what we're going to talk about. But if I know that like we have this opportunity to have a presentation with an individual, I'm telling you guys, I am preparing. Like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, it was probably the biggest presentation of my career. I'm not going to get into it, but I had to present to some very important people that were a lot more powerful than I was. And they could have had the outcome of my presentation could have hurt me. And I fucking destroyed it. Like absolutely destroyed it. I had that presentation with conviction, but I spent 24 hours. And when I say 24 hours, I mean 24. I didn't go to sleep.
Like prior to, you mean?
I practiced. I read 297 emails.
Wow.
I rehearsed every date, every line. I knew my numbers. I knew everything that I needed to know to win that presentation. And
Really?
yeah, I'm telling you right now, I probably deserve an Oscar.
Now, this takes everything full circle now. Do you guys have a mental script in your mind, sort of like, sell me this pen? Do you guys already have, this is what I'm going to say. After that, well, we'll see what happens. Do you have that?
Me personally,
Sell me this pen script in your head.
I've always had it, but I'm not a sell me this pen kind of guy. I'm a solve your problem first. Do you have a problem that you need a pen? Because if you don't need a pen, I'm not selling you the pen.
That's one way of looking at it. Danny?
I like that.
Is like you're basically you're gonna look at someone's problem before you can give them something.
A pen is a pen, but it's like exactly what Johnny's saying. It's like, what's your problem, and how is this pen going to solve that problem?
Yeah. Like I could tell you guys a quick funny story. You guys will laugh. I told Danny this. He's like, there's no fucking way you did this. I'm like, 100%. A guy came in to the store one time and he was looking to buy an SUV. He walked up buying a 4-seater sports car
How?
because I convinced him that's what he needed. I solved the wrong problem.
You solved the wrong problem, created maybe some more.
It's because there was a spiff that afternoon for $1,000 flat commission if I sold that car, and I sold that car in the showroom. So that's what I did.
You actually got the commission though?
100%, man.
Oh boy. Guys, there's also another decision that we have to make, and we have to make this at the end of every episode. The tequila of choice.
Yes. So
Now,
Let's probably do some research on this.
Danny.
oh shit. You know, we should start. We should start every episode by drinking first. Get a little loose lipped, or it's guys. It's like not even 10:30. Oh, it is. Sorry. It's
So let me get you the bottle in your hands, Johnny, and I want you to tell me. For me, I'll tell you right off the bat, it looks like an olive oil.
Can you pass this to Nick and see if he can solve that problem for me? Yeah, just let her know I'm shooting videos.
Let me give this to you in hand. Actually, maybe Danny wants to do it first. Because you're looking at
Okay, sure.
So let me feed this into you.
So
This looks like an olive oil bottle.
it's funny you say that. It actually does. Oh, you just killed it for me now. Anyway, Stephanie, you've been traveling a little bit lately.
I have Boston, Rhode Island, New York, New Jersey, Florida. Well, let's talk belly to belly with tequila. Danny, talk to me about this olive oil bottle.
All right. So this bottle of Tromba Reposado is actually owned by a Canadian.
Okay.
Can be purchased at the LCBO for about $65.
Okay.
The reviews are actually high on this, so I'm excited to try this thing.
It's really good. I've had this. So before you start, so my cousin brought this over, and I was pleasantly surprised. So
It is a Reposado aged in 6 months of American whiskey barrels. For added smoothness, flavors are cacao, toasted nuts, orange, and pineapple.
Oh, very fruity.
All right.
Sounds like it. Gentlemen, before you mark it, let's drink it.
yes. Oh, thank you. For all you viewers out there, drink safe, drink responsible. Lee,
Don't be like us.
don't be like us.
Don't be like us.
Drink at
Guys,
10:30
bottoms
in
up.
the morning.
Bottoms up while we watch.
Cheers.
Cheers. Go ahead, Danny. We're watching. Whenever you're ready, Danny. There you go, Danny. Okay, Danny, talk to me. Let's start off with the appearance.
Sorry, just give me a second, man. Let me do some research.
You said it's Canadian, though. What was that all about?
So it's owned by a Canadian. Obviously, he's producing it
In the States, yeah.
in
No.
Mexico.
Mexico, sorry. Yeah. I heard American
I
barrels.
wonder how much tequila is actually produced in Mexico.
All of it.
All of it.
All of it.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Every
think
single
so, yeah.
one has to be licensed. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, didn't we have what's his face tell us that?
Yeah.
He said that? That it's almost all
Yeah,
produced
when
in
Dom was here. We gotta
United
get Dom
States?
back on the show. Dom, if you're watching,
Yeah, come
reach,
back.
reach out. Connoisseur. Definitely got to get them back on the show. And we need some bottles too.
All right.
Like Cava de Oros.
Yeah.
Bring
I love Cava. Anyways,
You're
back
up.
to this.
Yeah.
So I'm back up to this.
All right.
We
So
gotta-
let's talk about the appearance. Start right there. Yeah.
So I agree with
The olive
Stefano
oil?
and the olive oil look. You got me thinking about it, and,
Yeah.
and now you've
Ruined it.
ruined it.
And it's green on the top too. It's like fuck.
So appearance wise, what are you giving it? Be
Anyway,
honest.
I'm gonna go 6.5.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I'm sorry, Tromba, and the Canadian part of you, but
Flavor wise.
flavor, it's you know what? The reviews are exactly what I'm getting out of it.
What are you giving it?
I'm gonna give it an 8.
Okay. And price. You
Price
said
for $56.
no,
at
that's not what you said. Not 56.
65.
$65.
65.
You know why? Because on Zen.ca you can get this for 56. So if you order it online on Zen.ca, you can get this for 56.
There's
but
no pickup there?
at 65. What?
Is there a pickup or only online? Can you pick up this bottle?
Well, I mean, this is probably pretty sure Zen.ca is out of Calgary.
Oh,
So yeah, it's out west. So
okay.
I could be wrong, but my understanding is that, and I'm actually gonna do some research on that.
Good. So what are you giving it on price? 65.
$65 out of the LCBO. It's a great price for a reposado, if you ask me, especially if you like to mix reposados. Yeah,
What are you
I'm
giving
gonna
it?
give it an 8.
So you're overall 8. Okay. Johnny, olive oil.
Me.
Was I 8? No, I'm not overall 8.
Yeah,
the
you were-
6.
You were
Six
no
appearance.
6 appearance, but 8.5 flavor.
No,
Okay,
I-
7.5. You're 7.5.
Okay.
All right.
Johnny, olive oil. Let me give you the olive oil.
I swear one day a Mexican is gonna come through this door.
Let's get a Mexican.
And we're gonna get a lesson on tequila. You're welcome to come on in. 12 Par Boulevard, Bolton, Ontario. But if you come in a helicopter, I'm going out the back door.
Oh God, Johnny.
Yeah, so the bottle does have that olive oil appearance. It's funny because I'm watching the show Mo on Netflix. I don't know why I'm bringing this up, but he's Palestinian, and it's so cool. I love watching other cultures, so it's beautiful to watch. But they're really into their olive oil. They say Palestinian olive oil is the best. So this looks like a Palestinian bottle of olive oil.
Okay.
Okay.
What are you giving it on appearance?
I'm going to give it that 6 because it's Canadian. It's going to extra half, so 6.5.
Okay. Let's talk
The taste,
flavor.
yeah, the flavor is actually really good. It's not bad. I've had it before. It was a gift on a Saturday night at my house, and we enjoyed it. We did mix it with some bubbly. It was really, really good.
What are you giving it?
Flavor wise, 7.5.
Okay.
And then the price again,
65.
like you're less than $70 for a good bottle of booze. Like that's not a bad price for Reposado. So I'm gonna give it 8. So overall, I think I'll give it a good 7.5.
You're both 7.5.
Yeah, it's a good bottle. It's definitely worth buying. So I recommend buying it.
And
Give
the
it a shot.
best bottle of them all is tell them where they can find you.
Guys, if you like the show, please share the show so we can grow. Comment down below. Tell us your thoughts, whether it's the conversation we're having on the couch or it's about the bottle of tequila that we're sipping. Please let us know. You can find us on all streaming platforms on the Couch Podcast 23. And you can find me, Johnny Supa, at Your Nesta Financial, soon to change eventually.
Is it?
Well, I'm going to create JohnnySupa.com.
Oh, I see.
Right? So, Johnny, you can find me,
Like
Johnny
your
Supa.
Nesta's losing its name.
No.
What's happening here?
You run it by your partner before.
No, I get it created. I have JohnnySupa.com, so you can find me, at JohnnySupa.com, and then you'll find everything there. So you'll find the podcast, you'll find Your Nesta, you'll find the program, the 770
Well, you're going to
challenge.
find that all on yournesta.ca. Is what you're going to find that on.
Yeah, that too. YourNesta.ca, which is coming too. So there's a lot of comings. Leo.
Is he?
Actually, he's from Mexico. So he came here from Mexico because of the tequila.
And Danny, where can they find you?
On all social platforms, Mortgages by Danny C.
Till next time, guys, take care and see you soon.
Yeah.